Good evening, guys. Wanted to do a little different video tonight. We've been talking about the market. The market is what it is. It's back and forth, continues to slowly trudge higher. The action really lately has been in low float stocks, and there's been a couple of big movers. But we're going to focus in on BIOC and a trade that's setting up almost identical to this. Now, BIOC you see this little candle here on the 8th of February? This had a nice little spike up out of the blue. So the next day, of course, the company announces a financing at $1.25, 50% lower, and the stock goes splat. Now, the broker that handled this, which is probably the one who drove the stock up here so they could short it before sending it back down, was Aegis Capital. After that financing, we had a 3-day consolidation down here underneath the financing level. And then, as you've known, over the last week, the stock has has put in a 300% move and busted through that previous high on big volume. Again, low float stock, even though they raised $10 million, sold about 8 million shares, still had a big move. Now, a stock that has done almost identical to this, except for the big run, and that's what we're planning on seeing near term, is CLRX. Now, CLRX has already been a monster winner for us from our buys down here in late December into January, and just an awesome play here. Same story. You see this spike candle here to 274 out of the blue. It was at $1.13. The next day it went boom. After hours on this day, Aegis Capital come out, $1.25 financing. Splat. Down it goes. Almost identical setup. Exact same broker. Exact same scenario. These guys, even smaller float, and they only sold, I believe it was 2.8 million shares, 75% less shares than what we've actually seen happen on BIOC. It has been 3 days since that financing. We've got a nice uptrend in place, and Aegis Capital is probably out there going, see, look what our stuff did. Look how good we are. You know they're going to be beating the phones, and you know that's a given. Given the news we saw after hours today, Taglich Brothers, these are another fifth-tier pump shop that's out there, likely a little bit bitter that they got passed up for the financing on CLRX, and they came out and, quotation marks, downgraded or cut to neutral from speculative buy by Taglich Brothers. Now, there was a couple of gobshites in after hours that actually sold this stock at $1.04. I tried buying it all the way up to $1.10, no dice. Tomorrow it'll be a distant memory. But this stock is pending a merger agreement. It is an extremely low float stock. As I said, this stock should be trading at multiples of its current price based on the peer buyout that happened last month. Foundation Medicine, which is identical to CLRX. Big news. Stock is multi-billion-dollar market cap. CLRX product just launched, which does almost the same thing for all the other farmers who don't use Foundation Medicine. They use CLRX. So I would suspect, based on the roadmap that Aegis Capital showed us here on BIOC, that we could see a similar setup on CLRX in the near term. We've got a couple of moving averages above. 200-day moving average specifically at 142 would be the first bounce tacker. But if we take the BIOC action as a roadmap, we could be looking at a move to $3 in the near term. Now, looking at the chart here, we have an extreme negative MACD. This is usually put in right before you see big bounces in stocks. And we also have stochastics in the basement here as well, way under 20. Every time the stock has gotten under 20, we've seen a big rebound in the stock price in the near term. So this looks like it could be another home run win for us here in the near term. Support and stops on this one, I'm going to give this one some rope. We already have so much money in the bank on this one. It's essentially a free ride for us no matter what happens. This one has support at $1. As I said, would be adding anywhere around here if there's someone stupid enough to give shares off here for the inevitable rebound that should happen within the next couple of days. So be looking for some positive news out of this one, and for Aegis to really pump the crap out of it based on what we've seen BIOC do. So that's it for the quick tutorial tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a scenario of what we're looking for a big move in the near term, especially with these low float stocks being the flavor of the day right now. Have an awesome evening. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.